All right, welcome back, folks, to hashtag AskGSM here today, the weekly Monday mailbag video where we answer your questions from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube right here in this video form. Once again, we're emanating right here from @_John's Jargon Place, and joining me is none other than... brother.
Wait.
Whoa, gee, that was quite the entrance. Best entrance ever in hashtag AskGSM history.
How you doing, guys?
Oof, jeez, John, how you doing?
Graham, I'm doing all right. I'm sweating after that, but you know.
I can see that.
I'm
That
hanging
was
in
the
there.
elaborate entrance.
I'm hanging in there.
First of all, props to John, like I said. Quite the entrance here today, and quite the set as well. John put in the time and effort.
I had to put a setup because this is the third time we've been doing it from my house. So, it's a big, momentous occasion.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Big addition here today. We got T-minus 45 minutes until Monday Night Raw.
Do quick.
So we will not be going all in depth to the questions, but we're just going to be running right through them. First set of questions come from Jose K. Usually his questions. I apologize, Jose. I usually proofread them. I didn't right now because we're in such a rush.
All right.
So let's start with the first one. It's just going to be all over the place.
Let's get it on.
This is the challenge. This is live, baby. First one being, the match with Cesaro and John Cena was amazing. Obviously, talking about last week. Was it just a filler match, or is this going to be a way to add Cesaro into the mix, John?
Unfortunately, I believe it was just a filler match, but
There's a but there.
I don't think WWE was prepared for how great that match was going to be and how much Cesaro was going to deliver.
That's true, he did.
I mean, they stole the show. I mean, that goes up there with every other match of the year candidate thus far this year. I'd say that was
in top five,
top
easily.
five at least.
Easily.
It was a phenomenal match. So I don't think WWE was ready for the match that they were putting on. So I think that it would be a good way to bring Cesaro into the mix, maybe for SummerSlam.
Don't just say that because we're going to be there in T-minus 48 more days. Just
48. All right, but I don't think they intended for it to be what it was, but it was a phenomenal matchup to say the least.
I saw some graphics saying Cena, Owens, and Cesaro triple threat match for the U.S. title. Hashtag book it for SummerSlam. That would be one sexy match. Cesaro has kind of not really turned babyface. He's kind of a babyface, kind of isn't. So if he does, he can be endorsed by John Cena. That can be kind of his way of turning babyface. Feud with a Kevin Owens going into the fall over that U.S. title, which he should win at Battleground in a couple weeks. I'm all endorsing that, like you said. Not at all expecting him to be added into the mix. I didn't think it was happening. I don't think it's going to happen. We thought the same thing when he won the Battle Royal. When he faced Daniel Bryan a couple years ago on Raw.
Big push.
Remember that, exactly. Had that amazing performance, too, in the summer of 2013, that the Gauntlet match against Daniel Bryan, that, too. And that went nowhere. So we'll have to wait and see. But still, an amazing match, like you said. Your second question, seeing as Cesaro had a great appeal to the fans who weren't so loud throughout the show last week in Washington, D.C., will it have an impact in his future title run or etc., or testing him out again to see how he hits it off with fans or a face turn? Or is he still waiting for Tyson Kidd to get better since he did his sharpshooter to when he was facing John Cena? That's how he got disqualified when Kevin Owens came in, to show his support and wore a Canadian flag on his armband. So a lot of questions turned into one right here. Are they turning a babyface, or are they waiting for Tyson Kidd to get back? Well, I believe Tyson Kidd will be out for the next 14 months. Is that really it?
So
that sucks.
That's a long wait.
Coming from two huge fans, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro here. That's really
a long wait for Cesaro. So
that's not happening.
They really can't just have him sit in the medium. Like, they need to do something with him or get rid of him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just have him do nothing.
Exactly. So. We talked about this on Wrestle Rant Radio the last time we were sitting here, right here in the den at John's place, right here at _John's Jargon, his den here. But we were talking about how, and I mentioned this, that how the tag team with Tyson Kidd should serve as a foundation to turn him babyface and break off into a single star. Now, we both agreed that they should stay a tag team for the foreseeable future because they're a great team. But, and Hollywood Blondes like team. And I just want to say, but with Tyson Kidd out, perfect opportunity, under terrible circumstances, obviously, but I think now is the time to turn Cesaro into the star that he's destined to be.
And, I mean, the reason we thought that tag team should stay together for a little bit longer is because, like we said last week, I remember discussing, or not last week, like we said last
couple
time.
Months ago, exactly.
We discussed this, is that Cesaro has been in the wilderness in his career, and a lot of times he's had nothing going on for him. And he finally had something that got over with Tyson Kidd, best tag team ever. So, I mean, that he finally got over with something. I mean, the swing was over. He was over as a real American, but now he really has to stick with this because you don't want to go back out there to the deep into the unknown,
no,
right?
Thank
and
you,
then
no.
try and get over something else. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, like you said, though, Tyson Kidd is out, so they're gonna have to do something with him.
Now's the time to start turning the face and make him into that main event star that he was always destined to be. So Jose's third question here: if the rest of the year goes well and the Royal Rumble winner is a new up-and-coming star, who would you love to see win it? Just imagination, not being realistic here. Wyatt, Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Dean Ambrose, even though I feel like he's better suited with Money in the Bank. Or surprise like Sami Zayn or anybody you think is more worthy than any of these superstars. So it's July, way too early to start predicting, but it's never. It's way too early, but it's never too early to start predicting who's next year's Royal Rumble winner is going to be. So, John,
well,
off the top of your head, who do you think?
You and I are two of many who would love to see a Shield triple threat at WrestleMania 32. So I was interested in pondering this. I was interested in seeing maybe a 1994 kind of Bret Hart, Lex Luger thing with Roman and Dean, except not because they did that with Cena and Batista in 2005.
They did.
So
they restarted it.
And not exactly doing that, but how about having Dean and Roman be the final two and just have them go at it for so long until they're both just knocked out. Like neither of them can get up, or like not exactly that they can't enter 10 count. It's just like minutes go by without either of them even moving. So the ref calls the match, and your co-winners of the Royal Rumble, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Shield triple threat, WrestleMania 32. Book it.
Hashtag book it. And the crazy thing is that I believe you booked, not the exact same thing, something similar when I was here for one of the first Raws of the year. And the thing is that they should have booked that this year. Missed opportunity, but it all worked out well in the end. We got Seth Rollins as champion right now.
It's all about retrospective.
Exactly. And Dean Ambrose wasn't doing anything at that period in time anyway, so it might actually work out better. So I love the finish. So an Ambrose and Roman Reigns finish for next year's Royal Rumble. Me personally, I feel like it's too soon for a Kevin Owens. I mean, I know Lesnar did it his first year in the company. He won the Royal Rumble, went on to win the title at WrestleMania, the main event of WrestleMania 19.
But you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You do Lesnar Owens at WrestleMania. Hashtag book it. I don't know. Never too soon to start doing that match. Unless it's like tonight on Raw. That's a little too soon. But I gotta agree. I think that Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, I hate like two-time winners and stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
But if it's a draw, something like that, Dean Ambrose, I love.
Well, I just think that would go on to add to Roman's legitimacy.
I think so as well.
I mean,
further cements him as being that guy.
Exactly.
So.
And it's not like we're being force-fed Roman if it's a double non-finish.
And it makes sense this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a double non-finish. They're both laying out in the middle of the ring. Ref has to call it because no one's getting up.
Exactly. I feel like I like Jose's scenario here that he should have won Money in the Bank. I know he wasn't even in the match, but he should have been. Give Ambrose Money in the Bank. Rollins, after cashing in Money in the Bank last year as the champion. Reigns, I don't know. Maybe you can have them win the Rumble again. I have no idea. Maybe you do it reverse. Reigns wins Money in the Bank, and then Ambrose wins Royal Rumble. I have no idea. But
whatever happens, happens.
Exactly. That's my dream match. That's our dream match. WrestleMania, Shield Triple Threat, hashtag book it. Moving to the other YouTube question, the first KFC's question was, should Damian Sandow go back to NXT to get repackaged? Good question. At this point, he's got to be. I mean, someone else asked the question, but it made me laugh, and I think it was from Twitter, and we'll get to it in a minute. It said, where the hell is Damian Sandow? Because the guy's not even on TV. And this is the same guy that was the most over guy, over like Rover in the fall of 2014. Look, honest to God, the most over act in the company, as Damian Sandow, as Damian Mizdow, excuse me. But it's just amazing how far he's fallen. I mean, even since the last time he did the show, the guy was doing the Mega Powers thing, and he still is. But the thing is that he's not even on TV at this point.
No TV time, no camera time.
Not even on Raw, exactly. So, I think so. I think NXT was where he kind of got his start. So I think kind of going back there and, reworking that magic like a Tyson Kidd, a Cesaro, and whoever else has been down there. So yeah, absolutely. What about you?
It seems like an inevitability to me at this point. I mean, there's nothing he's doing right now that's going to put him in the Hall of Fame. So if he really wants a serious, legitimate career like we all want him to have, he needs to go down to Florida, get serious, go to the Performance Center, work on it. I mean, there's so many people. It's not just Santa. There are so many people who should go back down there.
So many underutilized talent right now.
Fandango, Adam Rose. I mean, the list just goes on and on of people who they're not over. They shouldn't be attempting to get over with the current gimmick that they have. They should go back down to Florida and just go back to the drawing board. That doesn't mean get rid of them. It just means go work on it. Same thing like Tyson Kidd, Cesaro did.
Exactly.
Look at them now.
And look at them, exactly. Look at them now, and look how over they were before Tyson Kidd got injured. His second question here: should Bull Dempsey's his fat out of shape gimmick will it work? Do you know? Have you been watching NXT?
I have. Yes. I know they've been poking fun at Bull. I mean, it's different, I guess. It kind of reminds me of what Tommy Dreamer was doing to like stand out on Raw back in like 2003.
Okay.
You remember they showed it on the Too Hot for TV.
Oh, yes. I heard Dreamer talking about it too. Yeah.
Just trying to get over differently. I mean, he's a halfway decent talent. That's the thing, and I hate to see him given such a
He's not bad.
Forgettable gimmick, but I mean.
It's a gimmick,
Personally, for me, I don't think it will work on the main roster. I mean, whatever he's doing in NXT right now, good for him. But on Monday Night Raw, I don't think that's going to get anyone to tune in. It's no money. So.
No, I agree. I think, for right now in NXT, it's going to work because that crowd will take to anything. Full Sail University is one of the best wrestling crowds, not only today, but I think, maybe of all time. I might be stretching it, but they are a great crowd, though. So I think they will take to the gimmick. I think he will get over. But the same exact thing, as you just mentioned, NXT, the Full Sail University crowd, and the main roster are two very different things. Adam Rose was over like crazy when he first debuted. When he got to Raw, not as much, Tyler Breeze might face the same issue with his current gimmick. But with Bull Dempsey, same thing. I think for right now, it's better than having him job out to Baron Corbin every week.
I suppose. It kind of reminds me of what you were saying about Full Sail in the WWE Universe and how Full Sail was actually like a microcosm of the WWE Universe.
Oh, exactly. That's
so
good,
if it works at Full Sail, that's great.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's going to work in the WWE Universe. It means it will work for a small portion, but there's a huge casual fan base you have to cater to. So
I think it's worth a shot. It's better than nothing. But exactly, I think. For NXT, it's going to work for right now. Main roster, I don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think he's going to be on the main roster regardless. I don't think he's that good, but I think he's okay. I don't think he's terrible. Anyway, moving into the next questions here. Pig Window I put from Twitter, but it's from YouTube. Their questions were, first one being, do you think that Wade Barrett's reign as King of the Ring has hurt the credibility of the King of the Ring crown? And if so, to what extent? No, it didn't hurt the credibility of the crown because the credibility of the crown was already hurt to begin with.
Yes.
Because let's go back to Sheamus. Who, and it's not their fault. It's all going back to booking, exactly. Sheamus was crap. Regal, loved Regal. Guy got suspended. Never really did anything after that. King Booker was the last guy, and that was 10 years ago.
I mean, you have King of the Rings like Billy Gunn. I mean, great tag team wrestler, legend. Mabel. Ken Shamrock.
I
mean, great.
I like that guy, but
great
still.
Guys. But just like when you think about like all the other King of the Rings, Kurt Angle, Edge, Brock Lesnar, Bret Hart.
Yep. Owen Hart.
The list goes on.
Why is this? Hey.
Get out of here.
We're live right now.
We are live. Anything can happen in the den. What were we saying? So when you look at the list of King of the Ring winners back in the 90s, early 2000s, then you look at, Barrett, Sheamus, Regal.
Mid-card guy is the best. I like Sheamus, I like Barrett, like Regal, but come on.
Am I wrong in thinking that the King of the Ring winner should be the best wrestler in your company? I'm not saying the most over. I'm not saying the top star, your WWE champion. No, but I'm thinking the best mat-based technician in the King of the Ring, the best person in the ring. I mean, when you look at the tournament, R-Truth was
Stardust.
I mean, it's just like to begin with, the tournament was a joke to begin with. And I mean, of all the guys to win, I guess Barrett was the obvious choice, the one I would have gone with. But I mean, it's just the King of the Ring has not been credible for some time.
No. Let's go back to a couple weeks ago, 19 years ago from a couple weeks ago. Austin 316, the cover of this year's WWE 216 video game, by the way.
Good plug.
Nice transition there. But, you look at Triple H and all the other guys that you mentioned, the crown does not make the superstar makes the crown. I think that's what they tried with Barrett, and it could have worked had they not made him booked him to lose to R-Truth every single week.
I honestly think they hate him.
I agree.
We talk about this every single time. It's just they'll give him something new and they just book him to death. It's like, what do you expect? I mean, at the Beast in the East special in Japan, they had him and Kane finish off the show. I mean, What has Wade Barrett done to get any kind of... How has Wade Barrett been booked to get any kind of heel credibility, any kind of heel heat? I mean, he just seems like a loser to me. If I'm a casual fan, I'm a casual fan, like I love Bad News Barrett.
Same.
Love the guy, love the character. If I'm a casual fan and I'm watching Raw every week, I see this guy, being the butt of R-Truth's jokes. All right, and then but he's the King of the Ring. It doesn't add up. So that's why the King of the Ring it's not what it once was.
I agree. I think if you book someone to look like a loser, to the casual fans anyway, they will come across like a loser. You look at someone like your roommate, for example, or someone like that, your college roommate, my dorm mate back in college. Like when Cesaro was losing every single week, you'd be like, who is this guy? I don't care about him. I'm like, dude, this guy's a great wrestler. But I'm thinking to myself, he's booked to lose every single week, so they have no other reason to think otherwise. Like kids who think the same thing. Adam Rose is the perfect example, someone that people just don't care about because they're made to look like losers. But yeah, the King of the Ring crown, I mean, I would love to see it back, but how can you bring it back after the crown's been ruined, And it's not their fault.
I agree with what you said. King Booker was the last...
and that was 9 years ago, It's a shame.
The last real king.
Unfortunately. And their second question, furthermore, do you think that they will do another... I just answered this. Do you think they will do another King of the Ring tournament again anytime soon due to the failure of the previous one? I mean, I really honestly don't think they cared. I mean, and that's why I thought they didn't bring it back the first time. It took them 5 years to bring it back. They used to do it every year on pay-per-view, every other 2 years on Raw. It took them 5 years to bring it back. And, I don't think... Maybe they'll bring it back because they don't care. They don't care if it was successful in making a wrestler. If it did good numbers for that WWE network, they'll bring it on back. That's all it's
honestly,
about.
When they advertised that they were going to do the finals of the King of the Ring tournament on the WWE network, I assumed it was just an excuse to do a special on the network, just to get people to
it's pretty much what it is.
The finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Let me buy the
which
WWE
is good,
network.
Which is good. Great promotion for the network. Not so much of the King of the Ring and blowing it in like 2 days.
And I feel like they never even cared about it to begin with. When you just look at the list of competitors that they put in the match in the first place, honestly, I'm sure someone in the back was just like, hey, we got nothing going on with R-Truth, Stardust, Barrett, Neville. Oh, let's do the King of the Ring. They're not on the show tonight, Let's do the King of the Ring tournament again. Genius. Like, you have to actually care about something.
Exactly.
You have to put effort into it in order for it to come across as important.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like. Something they should keep in mind for the next King of the Ring tournament, which hopefully be at some point soon, but I don't see them bringing it back, unfortunately. It's one of those things. We'll have to wait and see. Moving to the Facebook questions. This was from last week. I had to record early, so he sent this in on Monday. But Justin G, first set of questions, first one being back during his run as John Morrison in the WWE. I felt as he was the rock star that could be the next WWE champion. Did you have the same idea, and what were your thoughts on Morrison before he left WWE? John?
I honestly thought that Morrison was a great mid-card guy. I had no problems with him, but I remember back, I don't know if it was the 2010 or 2011 Elimination Chamber when he was in there for the WWE Championship.
2011, yep.
2011. I remember just thinking, like, this guy looks like he's so out of place. Like, he looks like he doesn't know where he is right now. I mean, no, I'm credit to the guy. He's killing it at Lucha Underground right now. He's a phenomenal athlete, great in-ring competitor. But just back when he was John Morrison in the WWE, I just thought he looked lost to me, honestly. He looked like he did not belong with the Randy Ortons, the Cenas, the Sheamuses. But I'm not taking anything away from his career. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal in-ring competitor. But back in 2011, I didn't see him as WWE Championship material.
No, I think the fact they booked him to, going back to what we were saying before, booked him like a loser, that kind of ruined any shot that he had him in WWE. But you go back to the first time I really looked at him as a star, other than, the dirt sheet stuff, which that was entertaining, 2009, when he went to SmackDown, got over as a babyface, feuding with CM Punk and Jeff Hardy. I believe he got a world title match against Jeff Hardy right after Night of Champions, something like that, in that summer. But that was the first time I'm like, that guy's a star. He should be world champion. A lot of people agreed. His mic skills were not great. I will say that. They have improved slightly over in Lucha Underground. But yeah, 2010, he had a breakout match against Sheamus. The first match of 2011, The Miz versus John Morrison, Falls Count Anywhere match on Raw for the WWE Championship. And what happened? They ruined the guy. Yeah. He came back from injury on my favorite episode of Raw from 2011, that match when he attacked R-Truth,
Yes.
And after this pay-per-view that's right behind us, I know you can't see it, SummerSlam 2011, an amazing event that you can watch only $9.99 on WWE Network, or for free this month.
For free.
He should have faced R-Truth.
For free every month.
For free, I guess so. But, Yeah, they just ruined him. They just ruined him. But I think he was great. They could have done more with him, and I don't blame him for leaving. I think Dolph Ziggler is in a very similar situation right now, in that if they don't have him realize his full potential, he might as well walk away and find success elsewhere, like he's currently doing in Lucha Underground.
Yes, sir.
So we move to our next question here. After the recent breakdown with the Triple H and Vince McMahon on the Art of Wrestling podcast, CM Punk said that there will never be a working relationship again with WWE. If his UFC career does not go well, and he is released from the promotion, do you think CM Punk will ever step foot back in the company? I've said this since the start of it all, and John's heard it a million times. He will be back. I'm not saying he'll be back next week or next month, not next year. Maybe not in the next century. Okay, I'm exaggerating. The next 10 years, right? Like you said. He'll be back. Maybe even it's not even in a wrestling role. Maybe even for just a Hall of Fame induction. Punk will be back. Mark my words. He may be the only one that doesn't come back. I know a lot of people, everyone comes back eventually. Punk might be that one that doesn't. I don't think it's going to be because his UFC career fizzles out. It's just because he doesn't want to. They're still on bad terms. It has nothing to do with UFC. But yeah, I just give it due time. Things got to blow over. It's just his passion for wrestling has been lost. I just got to regain. But I do think he will be back, though, eventually.
Well, if we've learned anything from the past couple of years, it's that Triple H has a gift for bringing back guys that, might have left on bad terms with his father-in-law, Vince, but he has really been key in coming into the new COO position in bringing guys back who we thought we'd never see before. See again. And Chris Jericho made a really good analogy to CM Punk on a Talk is Jericho podcast, where he said, Chris Jericho felt the same way that Punk did back in 2005, and that, but after a while, wrestling is kind of like if you love pizza, right? But you eat it every day for your entire life. You get tired of eating pizza. 2 years later, you're walking down the street and you smell some pizza. It smells pretty good. You're not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it, but it smells good. 2 weeks later, you smell pizza again.
Yeah.
I kind of want to eat some pizza right now.
And you see someone else eating pizza, and they're enjoying the hell out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Watching a good match or something like that. You know
making
what I mean?
a lot of money eating pizza.
Yes.
Yeah,
making money eating pizza.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm in the majority, in the minority. I have no clue at this point. I don't think that It's tough.
Oh no!
I think my kids will see CM Punk come back to the WWE.
Okay, so he will be back. Didn't say soon. I'm not one of the. We're not going to be those. I hate to use the word marks, but like one of those people that say, "Oh, Punk will be back next week." Like the guys in UFC. Thankfully, people stop chanting his name. I love the guy. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but you got to stop chanting his name. Thankfully, that's been done.
They're done doing it.
AJ Lee's gone. Punk's not there anymore. He's signed with the UFC. He's going to be there for a couple of years, people. So there's no reason to chant it. But
the guy has just shown that this isn't necessarily a bad thing, and it actually helped him throughout his career, but his ego is so huge. And if he left the company on his terms, he's going to stay away from the company on his terms. Yeah. And if he's coming back, he's only going to come back on his terms, all right? So if we've learned anything from Punk in his career, it's he's doing fine on his own right now. He doesn't need the WWE. The WWE doesn't need Punk, but damn, I'd like to see him.
That's a great way to end it right there. He's not in the best of terms with Triple H. Like you said, he's brought back Warrior and Bruno. The issue is that Punk and Triple H and those people didn't have any personal problems, But we'll wait and see. But I love that. Love that line.
So you and I are going to bring back CM Punk.
Excuse me? Yes, we are. Hashtag JN and GM or GM.
Okay.
Or just hashtag AskGSM. Take that sign and just put it for creative. I don't fucking
know. The bookings.
The bookings. The
there
bookings for creative. There we go. Next question comes from Jason. Our third question. Justin. Did I say Jason?
You said Jason.
Sorry, Justin. The third question was, I know who Justin is. I just messed it up. Next one was, the WWE has formed some of the best and most interesting stables in the WWE since the 90s to the current days, such as the Nexus and the Shield, besides the United Kingdom stable that you said you liked from the WWE 12 video game, I think, from a couple of years ago. That's what I mentioned in a past video. If you could form a stable with any past or current superstars from all of pro wrestling, not WWE, pro wrestling,
that's tough.
Who would be in your stable and what would you call it? Just to start this off, I just want to say that I don't know if it was you or someone else that asked me a similar question. I said that United Kingdom stable with Magnus and Barrett, all the English guys. The only reason I said that is because I like it, but there's nothing else in my uncreative mind to think of, like a stable. Like, I honestly have no idea. And you asked me that question, I got it a week ago, and I still have no idea. So I'm going to leave this question entirely up to John, and maybe he has something better.
I mean, I could think of hundreds and thousands of people I could put together and make a great stable. But
Past and current, too.
Yes, all pro wrestling in the history of ever done. I'm going to reference an article that a John's Jargon that I wrote for Next
here we
Wrestling.
go. I like this.
And I'll even add two guys to it just for fun. If I can make any stable, just a pure talent to put in the ring and just entertain the masses, I have to go with CM Punk, Daniel Bryan,
Okay.
Samoa Joe, AJ Styles,
Mojo,
and Austin Aries.
Ooh!
Those 5 men, we'll call them the Coup, all right? And they'll wear Guy Fawkes masks, okay? And that could just be a great time. All great in-ring competitors, all great mic workers, and they're all, indie darlings, as you and I like to say. I think that would be an awesome stable.
I was really hoping, after Punk came back in 2011, I mean, this is very wishful thinking, but I was hoping that he was going to bring in Colt Cabana.
Okay.
And the Kings of Wrestling had just been signed at that time. Claudio Castigli, something like that, something fucking along those lines. And Chris Hero, otherwise known as Cassius Ohno in WWE, NXT, and Cesaro. And I was hoping they would be brought in, Cabana, have a whole Ring of Honor stable because he name dropped them in his pipe-on promo. Didn't happen, but I do like that faction, though. That would be sexy as hell. And don't say, oh, WWE doesn't, recognize that kind of thing. They post pictures on their website all the time. I know the website and programming are two different things, but they do the whole, the click thing with Owens and Balor and Tommy and Triple H.
Even the Beast in the East special, they were referencing Japanese wrestling promotions.
New Japan Pro Wrestling, exactly, and Dragon Gate. So it's I like the stable, and I would love to see it. So we'll just keep it at that. The sole Facebook question this week was, who has the more annoying... I thought this was really funny. Who has the more annoying fan base?
Did you skip one? You might have skipped one.
Oh, yeah, one of Justin's final questions. Sorry, we'll go back to you in a second.
Damn it, Justin.
Justin's final question here, and I'm sure this one is a good one as well. Out of the mid-card championships that the WWE has had since the 2000s, like the light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and the return of the United States title, and the title of today, the Intercontinental Championship, I am a fan of the design and look at the IC title and its history, or like its history. Which is your favorite title in the WWE or in any promotion? P.S. Not naming the World Heavyweight or the WWE Championships. Personally, for me, I've always said I don't know what it is. I absolutely agree. Your same feelings towards Justin, that is, towards the Intercontinental Championship is what I have towards the United States Championship.
Okay. I could see that.
I don't know why. I just really like that title. Love the design. The history also kind of is. I don't know. Just since I started watching, I've just always had an immense liking for that title. Love the IC, tag team, whatever. Great stuff too. But yeah, US. What about you?
Are we just talking specifically designs? Because could we reference like a design of the WWE Championship that we particularly like? I mean, if I could bring, I don't know if this was part of your question. If I could bring any mid-card title back, the European title is what I would bring back just because I like that title so much and I wish that they had that still. But which is your favorite title in WWE or any promotion? I mean, I'd probably go with currently...
other than the world title.
Maybe the TNA TV title.
Okay.
Are they still competing for that?
Yes.
I just like the concept of a TV title.
I will say this. I like the Ring of Honor TV title.
Okay.
The only reason I don't like the TNA TV title, I think it's absolute garbage. But the only reason
it hasn't been booked well, like we said. Titles can be booked terribly too.
Yes. The only reason I say that is because it went from the Legends title to the Global title to the TV title. So now they just rebranded it as, and they had the main event of pay-per-view. And it's last Sunday at Slammiversary. It's now the King of the Mountain Championship. Same design. No one cares about the title. Like you said, I like the idea of a TV title. So that's why I'll go with the Ring of Honor TV title.
Okay. I mean, essentially, John Cena has turned the U.S. Championship into the TV title, the WWE TV title.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, I might go with you and say the United States Championship. I have to say that's probably the most prestigious title in the WWE right now. I mean, Cena
absolutely
100% just brought it from nothing. And it's so prestigious at this juncture.
I agree. I think he's done an amazing job with it. So we move into the final Facebook question here from Junior Fernandez, and like I said, I really like this question. I thought it was pretty funny. Who has the more annoying fan base? The Bella Twins, AJ Lee, Paige, John Cena, Dean Ambrose, or Roman Reigns? I'm sure there's other ones if you want to throw in, but from your experience on social media and whatnot, John, who do you think is the most annoying fan base?
That's tough.
Not to insult anyone here, but
the Bella Twins don't even have a fan base, so they're
stop it. Don't hate on us just because John said that.
I love the Bellas are great. Love it. I don't know. I mean, Cena's fan base is Cena's fan base. There's not much to say about it. Dean Ambrose, he's the Austin of his time right now. He's got I don't like these options that we're given. I guess of all of them, I'd say maybe AJ Lee has the most annoying. Just because of my experience, I've seen people with their Twitter pictures of like decked out, dressed in AJ Lee gear, and like you go on their Twitter page and it's like met AJ. AJ tweeted at this point like, just give it a break, all right, calm down. She's just a girl, all right. So I'll go with just in my own personal experience, I'll go with AJ Lee has the more annoying of all these fan bases.
So when it's okay to like people too, in terms of being fans of certain wrestlers, that's awesome. So we're just not trying to offend anyone here.
I love AJ Lee.
Absolutely, I love everyone in this list for the most part. And I'll say the Bella Twins, and I will go with the Bella Twins, and I'll tell you why. So just from personal experience.
Are you gonna anecdote right now?
No, I'm not gonna get not an anecdote. Not an anecdote. I don't want to go on a huge story here. We don't have much.
I remember what happened. I was there for what happened.
You were there.
I mean, I wasn't there. I was on Twitter.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Twitter,
So I will reference this, and John knows what I'm talking about. I've had a lot of run-ins with Bella Twins fans. Not because I hate the Bella Twins. I like them as people and whatever. I'm just not their biggest fans as wrestlers. I think they both come a long way, and I can't praise them enough. I think they're great. I watch Total Divas every week. It's coming back tomorrow night, by the way. The Bella Twins, but from the house show that I went to a couple months ago, February 28th, and I took a picture of, it was two different tweets, but it was certainly one where it was, would you like Brie Bella at ringside for Nikki's match or no? And like 78% of the people voted yes. And I took a picture of it, and I believe the caption was like, who are the 78% of these dummies? Like, who would vote for this? Like, is this rigged or something? I got a slew of hate from fans like, who the hell are you? Who the hell do you think you are? The Bella Twins are great. Who wouldn't want Brie Bella ringside? I was like, whoa, calm down. They're just people. I'm sorry. I make fun of Big Show all the time, but people angrily tweet me because no one likes the Big Show. Bella Twins,
even like I said, Paul White is awesome.
Yes.
From Jericho's podcast.
Oh, that was great. I love it.
Stop laughing.
That was awesome.
Stop laughing.
One of my favorite podcasts. But yeah, Bella Twins, I'm just not a huge fan of, but it's not because I don't hate them. I watch my words now, but it's easily the Bella Twins of all those people. AJ Lee fans, Paige fans. Like I said, it's great to be fans of people, but some people just take it way over the top and insult people. Like if your favorite wrestler, let's say Kevin Owens right now. Like you say something great about Kevin Owens, and I'll tweet you saying, that's not true, he's a fat piece of shit. You know, something like that. Or like you tweet something bad about Big Show.
Oh my God.
I'm like, how could you say that about Big Show? Like, who cares? You know, I like The Miz. Everyone hates The Miz. I don't respond to everyone who says, you're a motherfucker because you hate The Miz. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Whatever. Moving on to the next question here. Twitter questions, ironically enough. Right. From our one of our most loyal watchers here, at Cody Collier 37. His question was, who would you like to see Finn Balor face at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn the night before SummerSlam, and why? We got to go quick. We have a little more than 10 minutes, but John, go ahead.
That's a tough question. Hideo's not going to be back in time, is he?
I don't think so, no.
That's tough.
It's about a month and a half, so we don't have like much time until the show.
Joe? Could Joe do that?
I could see that. I'm thinking a rematch with Balor and Owens, but if they don't want to do that, then I could see Joe.
I mean,
Zayn won't be back by that period of time either.
A rematch would be a lot of money, and they might not want to rush into Joe Balor. But I think Joe Balor could be really good.
Yeah.
If given, the right booking, right TV time.
I think it's a money match, and I would say, hold off on it. But I think Joe is going to be main roster bound before long anyway, so they might as well do it.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn, if there's any place to put Samoa Joe, I can't really see the show right now. If there's any place to put him in a title match, it's in Brooklyn. You don't have to have him win the title, but that match would be amazing. Great match. We'll get into the next question here, also from Cody. Who would you like to see face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam if he loses to Seth Rollins? Me personally, put right here, I put Sheamus. I don't know how that would work. He is Mr. Money to Make now, so it makes more sense. Randy Orton's another dream opponent. That would make even less sense. But both those guys, they really want to face Lesnar, face Lesnar at some point. But Sheamus, if it's not Seth Rollins, Sheamus. And that's the only other person that comes to mind.
I was always under the impression that you and I were going to SummerSlam.
Oh, and we are. 48 days.
I was always under the impression that we were going to see a WrestleMania rematch and a triple threat between Roman, Rollins, and Lesnar. Is that too far-fetched for you?
No, but the only reason I say it's not far-fetched, but I'm not thinking like that's the match they're going with because Reigns is involved with Wyatt.
I mean, if
it's a one and done,
if history says anything, Wyatt is filler right now.
He's losing at Battleground.
Ryback, Taker, the list goes on. Like
I just feel like this feud might go on for a little longer. That's all.
Okay.
You know?
I mean, maybe Wyatt interferes in the match.
Maybe.
I mean, who would you have Rollins face in the main event? Orton?
At SummerSlam?
At SummerSlam?
I think there were rumors of Triple H. It should not happen. I don't think it's happening because they tease dissension.
Where's Orton been anyway?
He's been on vacation the last couple weeks.
He got engaged.
He got engaged. I think he's back tonight. Right. Thankfully. Love Randy Orton. Right. But yeah, I think Sheamus, if that makes any sense at all.
If I could pick a match I'd like to see, it'd be a WrestleMania rematch-ish because it wasn't officially a triple threat match, but Rollins, Reigns, Lesnar I think would be really good.
Yeah, so I would love to see that. Next question from @TexasFan3085. First, their question was, do we see a new United States champion at Battleground now that Kevin Owens has dropped the NXT title to Finn Balor? Absolutely yes. I
say unclean finish, Owens stays at SummerSlam.
At Ninja Rollins, their question was, do you think Randy Orton is going to become a part-timer? I think we just answered this. I think right now he's just on vacation. He'll probably be back tonight. I mean, this is going up after Raw. But
he just turned 35, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Cena's got like 4 years on.
Yeah.
Cena's not going to be a part-timer anytime soon. So Orton, no,
he's still
Orton's still a young guy. He can still play with the big boys.
He's still delivering every single match he's involved in.
I don't hate him like I hate Kane and Big Show yet. So
exactly. If it doesn't get to that point, then you're okay. So not anytime soon, I would imagine. At Swagzio, their question was, I always love this guy's questions. Is it a mistake if WWE doesn't do Undertaker versus Sting at WrestleMania this year? I say yes. Maybe just because I'm biased because I want to see this match a lot, very, very much. But just because it's in Texas, make it a retirement match, last match for both guys. And what else? If you don't do that, Sting versus John Cena, like
Sting versus Wyatt.
But Wyatt would lose again, and Sting can't lose, so it's got. Yeah, I think it is a mistake. What about you?
I've heard multiple reports that Mr. McMahon doesn't want.
I heard that recently. Yeah, I heard it recently.
So it's looking more and more like we won't. I think it is a mistake. That's money on the table. I mean, I've heard so many people on Twitter say that. Oh yeah, if it was 2005, we could see this match. But I mean,
it's all about the story, honestly.
Honestly, these guys can still deliver.
They could.
They're old, no doubt about it. But they can still deliver. They're not like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in the new Terminator movie that I saw yesterday.
Was it good?
Really good.
Oh, nice.
They are old, but they are not obsolete.
There you go.
So
that underscore Don Jargon. I like it. That applies perfectly to this match. Need say no more. Next one from @McV_Rece. The question was, what do you think they're going to do with Finn Balor now that he's the NXT champion? Have him defend the title? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the guy's at the peak of NXT, so I don't know.
Book him like a champion. Right?
Book him like a champion, exactly. I don't know who they're gonna have him feud with. Maybe like a Joe, like you said.
Samoa Joe, Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze, a whole bunch of guys, Rhino too. Next question from @E13A. Their question was, think Dolph Ziggler is miscast as a babyface? I'll be honest, thought he could pull it off at first, but for whatever reason, he just comes off as unlikable more often than not.
Can I answer this real quick?
Go ahead.
I would have to agree with you that recently, and this just might be from my backstage knowledge of that, we don't know whether he's going to resign yet.
Yes.
His contract. He has, and especially with his whole angle with Lana, coming from a big Ziggler fan, he's come off very unlikable to me, and I don't know what it is. No, he's not miscast as a face because when he had Vicky Guerrero at his side, he could get some heat. It's impossible for him to get heat by himself as a baby. He's too damn good for him to be a heel. People are going to cheer him because he puts on 5-star matches every time he's in the ring. At least 4.5 stars. So, no, he's not miscast as a babyface. If anything, give him an edge, maybe another layer to his character, a Randy Orton kind of deal, like a tweener, but you can't have him punting babies or anything. Because people will cheer him.
Copy and paste that same exact answer. I thought that was great. My exact same thoughts. That he has a CM Punk effect. That's what I like to call it. That he's so great as a heel. That's where he's better. He's more comfortable in that role. But he's so likable. Not likable, but I mean he's so over.
I think Punk had a little something that could get people to boo him.
Yeah, well, he's a way better heel. Yeah. But I mean, you know what I mean? Though I think he feels like, I don't know. I feel like Ziggler is better as a heel, but. He can't get people to boo him, though.
Yeah.
Vicky was the only reason he got heat. Next question. We'll just buzz right through these. We only got 5 minutes. Let's see. @RJ_Marceau, RJ's question. Shout out to RJ. What are your thoughts on Owens versus Balor? Thought it was an excellent match. Loved it.
If not match of the year, second match of the year. Like, phenomenal match.
At Scarlet One, whatever happened to Damian Sandow? He's on Superstars.
He's a loser.
Next question of theirs. If Hideo Itami did not get injured, where would that have left Finn Balor? I have no idea, but Hideo Itami probably would have won the championship.
Of the two, I'd say Finn Balor's the bigger star, in my opinion. So I think Finn Balor, if he wasn't NXT champion, he'd be really close if Itami was still here.
What is one match that does not get enough praise, and another match that gets too much praise? I have no idea.
So tough.
Not enough. I put Orton and Rollins because I think that match is so underrated. Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan from 2010. Too much praise. I have no idea, honestly. No, I answered that question. That's an answer to another question.
I have one for too much praise I can think of really quickly. Punk, Cena, Money in the Bank 2011.
Ooh, stop it! I'm out of here.
No, I really of all of the matches, this wasn't the best. It's just like you said. It's the story, the crowd, everything about their first big WWE Championship match makes it like an awesome match. But
the storyline, more so than anything else.
Of all of their matches, I mean, you could count the botches on 3 hands. That's how many you need. So, I mean, it wasn't their best wrestling match of all of them. So, I'd say that gets too much praise, but still a phenomenal angled match, etc.
Finally, at this moment, who is the -- guy who should challenge for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam? If not Lesnar, Roman Reigns, I guess.
Reigns.
You know, the triple threat. Yeah, your
Hell,
thoughts?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
He's the most over guy right now. I mean,
Fire.
I don't want to see Sheamus cash in anytime soon. I mean, I just don't want to see him cash in at all. I want to see him, you know. I just don't like him as Mr. Money in the Bank, but that's another story for another day.
What is a match you really enjoyed that a lot of people did not like? Hard to answer, but I wrote this one down. John Cena and The Rock.
I'll have to totally agree. WrestleMania 28.
Yes, that match. Yes,
28.
not 29.
That match gets too much heat for no reason. I thought bigger fight feel than WrestleMania 29 in my opinion, because it was the first time ever. It was the once in a lifetime that happened twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say WrestleMania 2018 The Rock. That match gets a lot of shit for no reason. Phenomenal match, I think.
If there's a TNA GFW invasion, would you stop watching TNA, and what would be your reaction? I wouldn't stop watching. I just wouldn't care because I don't think it's the route they should go in.
I don't watch TNA anyway. I don't get Destination America, so I would maybe watch it because I'd start watching on the internet, but I guess I would stop watching, yes.
Do you think that is necessary to have an authority figure in wrestling? No. A heel authority figure, especially not. It's been so overdone. Absolutely
It
not.
is not necessary. You have the wrestlers call the shots. I'm calling you out. Get a referee. Let's go. You don't need Kane running the show.
Worked for decades. Why should it be any different now? If we ever get a Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan match, how would you book it? Just make it ultimate submission, 30-minute, whatever.
Best submissionist of all time. No heel. Put it at Core 4 pay-per-view.
Who's the best wrestling seller of all time?
Best seller of all time. Rock is really good.
Okay, yes. Ziggler's not number one, but he's up there.
Ziggler's very hokey, though.
You think so? I think he's good. I enjoy his selling.
I mean, every DDT is like Ziggler's last breath. I mean,
it's gotten very overexposed.
I love Ziggler. You know, he could put on great matches, but he can get a little hawkish. I'd say Rocky. I don't know if he's best of all time. I mean,
it's hard to say.
I'd have to sit down and think about that, but Rocky's really good.
Next one, who's the best and worst heel announcer of all time? Best, I put Bobby Heenan. Worst, JR was terrible as a heel. Thankfully, that was short-lived.
When did he do a heel?
Like 96 with the fake Razor, fake Diesel.
Oh, that.
Yeah, so like 2 weeks, but I'd probably go with Michael Cole.
I think Michael Cole was awful. JR's not that good.
As a heel.
What? Excuse me. I didn't even say JR. Byron Saxton.
Not the worst of all time, but he's poop.
He's not. I like him as a straightforward, not even a baby, just a straightforward
like
announcer.
In Japan.
Yeah, exactly. Heenan was really good. JBL is also awful.
Hey JBL. Who's the best and worst face of all time? Best, JR, baby.
JR's best announcer of all time.
Gordon Solie as well.
Gordon Solie.
Yeah. And worst, Booker. Hated Booker T. Still hate Booker T.
Booker T. I mean, lately Jerry the King Lawler has been pretty bad.
Vince McMahon was poop.
All right.
I don't know how
I won't go that far. Jimmy Uso is gone. Jimmy Uso is terrible.
If you want to count him, yeah.
All right.
Final 2 questions. Do you feel Finn Balor will hold the NXT Championship for a while or debut on the main roster by the fall? Yeah, you'll probably hold on for a while, but he'll be on the main roster probably by the end of the year.
You think so?
I think there's a good chance.
I don't want to see him in the main roster at least.
Bold prediction: he'll debut the night after WrestleMania.
I'll wait until at least the night after WrestleMania, and he'll hold on to it for a while because there's no really. I mean, I can't see other than maybe Joe any up and coming like megastars like Kevin Owens, up and coming megastar, Finn Balor, up and coming megastar. Right now, there's really no one on the horizon, so he's gonna hold it for a little bit.
Final question: do you believe Charlotte should break the Divas title reign of Nikki Bella by or just after SummerSlam? My personal opinion: at SummerSlam. We'll be there. Would love to see it, but yeah, at SummerSlam.
I agree. I would love to see Charlotte right now on Raw, which is right now. It's 8 o'clock. Let's go watch Monday Night Raw.
Cheap plug.
Cheap plug. Follow me at _John Strong. Read my John Strong columns on nextairawrestling.com. We are going to watch Monday Night Raw tonight. We will be playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Hit my music ring.
And all my links are in the description down below. We should have cut it by now, but we shouldn't. We got to go to Raw. So, John, one more Mega Powers handshake for the camera.
Yeah.
Now let's go watch Raw.